Peace, love, and bananas. It's Sunday. Welcome to MUFC Realist TV. Let's go.
I need you to promise me that you'll be on your best behavior.
I promise.
How are you doing?
Oh my god!
Oh my God, it's Sunday, and how are you all doing? I missed being live. It's been a few days, and I don't think I've done a live stream since Thursday, but it's like really good to take a little bit of time off, spend time with some family, enjoy the sunshine, and observe that vitamin D. And of course, we always say peace, love, and go bananas at the MUC Realist TV. So we are here. Basically, it's Sunday, and as per tradition, when at least when I grew up, the only form of review you used to have as a child was to actually obtain that Sunday paper. I used to wake up, just run to the store, get the paper, and read everything that was about Manchester United news, transfers, everything. Or you had slow sports news, like you used to have that teletext, and you type in 202, and you will wait like minutes and minutes and until the page was loading and you read. But nowadays we have like Twitter, we had internet, we have all AI technology and all that jazz. And speaking of AI technology, my co-host Jarvis Cocker is currently running late. He's currently sitting in his Tesla on autopilot, and arrived estimation time is 4 UK time. So I'm here basically stuck to myself and talking to you. But boy, do we have a review show to do here today. It's been a lot of things going on in the world. What a crazy world we're living. Off the pitch with football, we saw that coup attempt in Russia. We have seen a lot of things, indictment of Joe Biden. But on the footballing side, it's been the transfer rumor bids with Mason Mount, third bid, Kim Min-jae's, Frankie de Jong hijacks Barcelona. It just makes you spinning. But we love it. It is football. It's what we call football. And what would we be without our VAR room? Your community, your lovely community that's been with us from day one, and you are sitting here, all of you. So I want to give a big shout out to everyone that's in the room. Let's start by interacting with all of you who is in the house. My God, you are already been starting to preloading messages. I can see even Stephanie Griffith was writing here. 0139 UK time, T15 minus to go and counting. Big up Mick and Jarvis. This is how crazy it is. Did you miss us, guys? Of course we missed you too. We have Mr. Shaban in the house. We are bored. We want to stay. Yeah, we are bored too, mate. Jamie Wayne is in the house, one of our moderators. Good afternoon to you. James Jackson, John Johnson is in the house. Jamie Jane, Jale Marlin. Everyone is in here. Carlos is in the house. Who else do we have in the house? Who else do we have in the house? It's a lot of you. Where you from? Where you calling from? Oh my God, so many preloaded messages. I want to just take it back a notch and see how are you feeling. Edward is in the house. The Glazers make me sick, and not for 1 minute do I think the deal is done with Qatar. We're about to debunk that, Edward. So chill, take a pill, and it's Sunday. Enjoy your Sunday roast if you haven't had it yet. Whatever you're drinking, cheers. I'm drinking coffee. Raise your glass. We're waiting for Jarvis to come in. We're all waiting for the announcement, and we're going to talk about that because at the end of the day, that's what we're here for as a community. As a community, we are here to provide you the motion sickness pill. Peter Griffin is in the house as well. Going to catch you later. Lisha or Real Captain back in training. Yes, what excitement. Good point, Peter Griffin, one of our members. Lisha has been spotted being back in training, so that is very, very positive news. God, did we miss Lisha? I mean, I was heartbroken to see him limp off the pitch, with the injury, and he's been very instrumental to us. That was a very, very one of the best signings Ten Hag has done, alongside with Casemiro, to be honest. And speaking about Casemiro, I want to discuss something about later on with Caicedo potentially, and if we do get a Caicedo and Casemiro, I will call it CC. It's like a turbocharge, engine CC, like, turbocharged midfield. Imagine that. Imagine if we have CC, Casemiro and Caicedo in that midfield. That is a turbocharged CC engine, according to my opinion, guys. So big up to all of you in this community. While we're waiting for Jarvis, God, RJ is in the house. Big up, everyone. Big up to you, RJ, as well. How is your Sunday? How is the weather where you are? Chris Breeze is in the house saying, yeah, come on, mate. Your frustration. Everyone is frustrated. Everyone is waiting. Bilal Hussein is in the house as Arsenal to Rice being confirmed. According to Fabrizio Romano and according to everyone, what is reporting that Rice is in love with Arsenal. Arsenal is in love with the Rice. So according to that, they will book a 5-star hotel room and have a night out. You know what I mean? Right now, personal terms might be have a green, but nothing has been bidden as far as I'm concerned. Zora is in the house. Hello, everyone. Good evening. Good evening, Zora, wherever you're calling from. For me, it's afternoon. It's 5 o'clock in Sweden. Basically, I took some time off. It's been like Swedish midsummer. You probably saw me doing that crazy dance. Neil Driscoll. Good evening, dear Driscoll. How are you, sir? Good evening. Good afternoon, everyone. Lucifer. Afternoon. Morning star, Lucifer. Long time no seen, my friend. When you say afternoon, you must be on UK time. Jay, thank you. Is in the house. Afternoon, Mick. Afternoon, Jay. Can we get Caicedo? Well, let's talk about it. Of course we can get Caicedo. We're Manchester United, for crying out loud, right? Don't downplay us, let me just start with this. While we're waiting for Jarvis, can we get Caicedo? I want to just touch base on the tactics. We all know that we have a chief negotiator that started. His name is Matt Hargreaves, right? Matt Hargreaves has 14 years of chief negotiation experience from Adidas, meaning all their sponsorships, marketing, sports events, and all that stuff. So what we've seen here, including the latest reports, is that you're not going to, piss with us, Todd Bowley and Chelsea and your negotiator. We know that you need to sell Mason Mount. He's got 12 months left on his contract, and you drive an extortion price. And the reason you are asking for that price, because you need to clear off a lot of, players, right? And you haven't offered Mason Mount any contract. Yeah, there's been some reports saying that you offer him 1-year extension, which is, why would you take a 1-year extension if you're Mason Mount? And on the other hand, as I did a video yesterday, why should Manchester United sponsor you to give you 60 million pounds for you then to go and get one of our targets, which is Moses Caicedo? Screw you, man. Seriously. So it was coming out today that, Ten Hag even said, no, we will not go any further. We're still in the bidding, but we will not engage any further negotiations. This is our third and last final bid, 55, I think it is 50 with 5+ add-ons. No way. But in a way, if this deal is going to happen, they came back with a contract to say, oh, well, this is our 55 plus 7, and we're willing to meet you for a discussion. And you see my point, man. So if they do meet, I believe it's going to end up on 55 plus 5 add-on, somewhere in the middle. Let me know what you think in the comments below as well. Duncan is in the house. Hello, Duncan. How are you doing, mate? So Alien Tenno is also in the house. Big up to you also, Alien. How are you doing? How's the weather where you are in UK? Here it is scorching hot. Jeff Steele is in the house. Oh my God, Dingo took my baby. What? Good day from Australia. Good day, Jeff. Dingo took your. Oh yeah, oh, that's a good one, mate. God, I miss Australia. It's been a hot minute since I actually was an Aussie. I mean, it's I guess it's Aussie rules right now on, right? The Aussie rules football. Of course, you missed you. Yeah, I'm sorry for that. But sometimes, I'm a workaholic, and sometimes I have to remind myself, to pinch myself, that family is important, right? You got to do the house duties. You got to be there for your family. And you guys are also my family. You're my second family, my therapy as well. So talking to you, of course, I missed you and you missed me too. But it's just good to take a little bit break. If you look at the transfer news, it's kind of like, nothing is really going on. Same rinse, wash, repeat. If you look at the takeover news, it is silence of the lamb. If you remember that movie, Silence of the Lamb, there's even been some crazy clickbait stuff coming out to entertain that media spin for them to sell money. It's that 11th bid is expected. 11th hour bid expected. That pretty much died. So for me, it is silence because it's pretty much agreed. That's it. There's nothing coming out from the press. They are just second guessing. They're even flipping it to say, well, Sheikh Yassim has blown Ineos out of the water. It's the preferred bidder, exclusivity. There is no exclusivity in certain sense. It's pretty much, okay, the highest bidder gets the key to Old Trafford and off we go. The only thing that's baffling me as well is that why are they not announcing it? Well, there's many reasons. Maybe it's not 100% done. Maybe it's they're waiting for the right moment to announce. I know that the physical report just came out, the financial report, and I know they're going to have this week. They're going to have a shareholders board meeting and reveal of the kit. So might that be conspiracy, according to my side? Because at this point, nobody really knows. Everything is silence. It's sealed, right? No information is coming out when the announcement is going to be. But if you think about it from a logic, if we're just allowed to be giddy, if you think about kit launch is coming, what is the surprise? Will it be a team viewer still on the kit, or will it be like, let's say, Qatar Airways? You don't know. Surprise, surprise. So I'm thinking, wow, board meeting this week. I'm thinking kit launch. What better way is to announce the new kit with number 92 on the back? You know what I mean? 92 holding foundation, and that 92 is Sheikh Yassim. Call me crazy, but it's just a spin. Big up for Alex. Big up to you. I'm just rumbling along, waiting for my Jarvis. Where is Jarvis, guys? Where is Weghorst? As we know. Yeah. So basically RJ is saying, I'm happy Gundogan is gone. Yeah, but you know what, RJ? You might pick up the community. With Gundogan going to Barcelona, what happens to Frankie? Frankie de Jong, that means that he's got to play deeper. I saw something in one football app as well that Barcelona is open to look at Frankie de Jong. I wouldn't sleep on Frankie de Jong. I wouldn't sleep that Barca is trying to force him out this summer again, and we will see a Frankie de Jong 2.0. The question is, will Ten Hag go for him? Let me know what you think. I mean, he went for him last summer. No question of that. We saw that all. We experienced that, PTSD saga regarding Frankie de Jong with the deferred wages and everything. And he was trying to build a squad with the main cog of that wheel of the engine with Frankie de Jong in it. But at the final minute, he had to divert over to Casemiro, right? What if this season you get something like a Frankie de Jong, Mason Mount, for instance, or, a Caicedo? Is Caicedo in a double pivot with Casemiro, the CC engine? Will Mason Mount, will we revisit Mason Mount? Because it also reports came out, yesterday. I even reported that Bayern Munich with Thomas Tuchel is also now eyeballing to hijack, Mason Mount to Bayern Munich. Also, they're trying to do everything in their power to convince Harry Kane to come to play for Bayern Munich. So that's going to be very, very interesting transfer saga. That's going to be, wow. Harry Kane and who else? Moises Caicedo. I think it will be the transfer saga story of the year. Who's going to land those two players? We all know that Bellingham is already gone, so that saga is finished. He went to Real Madrid. So let me know your thoughts and feelings as well. Edward Reid is saying, why won't they just announce it, bro? I think I covered that. It is kind of PR ship just waiting for the right moment to announce it. Could be another strategy that to say that, hey, we are, remember when Ed Woodward went out to the market to say, hey, we're the richest club in the world. We can buy whoever we want. Now, what you're seeing right now is a reverse tactics from Manchester United to say, hey, we are broke. We don't have any money. right? Playing out in the media that we don't have any money, right? If you remember last year, media was reporting that we have approximately 100 million to spend, and we ended up spending 250. It's a tactics, I would say. But could it be so that they're playing a tactics, to say that we are broke? So, you know what I mean? If they started announcing that we have new ownership, the Qataris, X, Y, and Z, that people are trying to put two and two together. Hey, all of a sudden you got money, so hey, we're going to slap you 100 million for Hoyland or 70 million for Nana and all that jazz. And I guess the Tesla autopilot got Jarvis straight to his house. How are you doing?
I'm doing fine, buddy. Jesus, I'm stressing now.
You are.
I just drove 25 minutes in 17 minutes. So
That's
yeah.
okay. Jolly saying pizza's ready. Time to enjoy the show. Yes. So, you just arrived exactly to the time for Jolly's pizza. So while you've been gone, I've been sort of warming up the house here. NG is here as well, one of our moderators and members. Say hi, Mick and Ruby, everyone in the house.
Yep.
I'm here just hanging up some washing up. So basically therapy, right? Everyone is doing something, listening to this podcast. It's Sunday chill. As I explained, when I grew up, Jarvis at least, I didn't have the luxury of internet. I had slow sports news. And Sundays was for me was to run to the local store, get the Sunday paper, and read everything in the week compiled about Manchester United and football around. How was it with you? Or even teletext? You have to wait like 5
I
minutes.
used teletext. Teletext was the one for me. Page 200 was the sports in Norway. Always checking out the latest news from the English Premier League. And of course, newspapers. And I was a member of the supporter club, so I always get the membership magazine sent to me once a month. So, yeah, that's basically it.
Yeah. Mr. Verma saying, big up Mick, Caicedo to United will be a statement signing. Let's talk about that. Let's talk about what's going on. I want to thank the Sherman in the house. To be honest, I don't know who United will actually sign. Nobody knows. It's a closed, sealed secrecy. That's what Ten Hag is practicing. If you saw the news today regarding the latest, Jarvis, regarding Mason Mount, regarding the third bid, Fabrizio Romano came out to say that actually Ten Hag was involved to say, no, last bid, no more. Yes.
Nice.
Did you see that? So basically,
No,
it's not down to Murto. It's not down to Hargreaves. Ten Hag is involved to say, we will not overpay. No, this is a final last offer. Take it or leave it. Because they know they need to offload Mason Mount. They're not going to offer him another 8-year contract. They're going to offer him a 1-year extension, right? But they are in a process right now. They need to offload the decks, right? They need to offload a lot of players in order to spend due to the FFP. So why are we going to sponsor Todd Bowley to give them 60 million so they can take that money and go and run and buy Caicedo? So that's why I'm thinking, now walk away. Here's the money on the table. Come back when you feel like you want to negotiate. This is our third and last offer. While you're doing that, screw you guys. We're going after your target. We're going to go for Caicedo.
Yeah, and that's excellent. Finally, we have a manager with some balls who can.
Not only that, it's Matt Hargreaves.
And
Matt Hargreaves in action. Now we're seeing the chief negotiator. They can actually negotiate deals, right? This is what we're seeing. And if you look at Chelsea, all the players they're offloading at the moment, they are making a loss, right? They bought Koulibaly for 13. They're selling him off for what? 15, I think it was 17. So they are just offloading players, making a loss. They're not making profit. They're desperate to offload a lot of players, right? Because they have to. They have to, because they went on a spending spree on a madness last summer, spending over 400 million, building that squad. And speaking about Mason Mount, because he's also been linked for a hijack for Bayern Munich and Thomas Tuchel, TT, Audi TT, you know what I mean? So when Graham Potter came in and had all this, inflated balloon with, star mixed players, Mason Mount found himself on the gray zone. Because let's face it, Potter was kind of tinkering, trying to find his best 11, trying to sort of gel all these new players into one bag, and it didn't work out. But Mason Mount, if you look at him, like it's actually not a bad signing. But it's not a signing that I will go first. I would just focus on like, okay, as a diluted. I don't know what your thoughts and feelings are. That just to the bid is still there, right? Third bid.
Yeah. Yeah.
It is. I think it was 50 plus 5 add-ons, right? Leads about 55. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just leave it there.
For me, it's of course we would have Caicedo. It's no discussion about that. But I think for me, we are this summer we are on a string budget because we need so many players. So we had to prioritize correctly. And if we prioritize 85 million, for example, on Caicedo, it will leave us with less money for a striker. We need an extra midfielder. We need probably a center back and a goalkeeper. I'm not sure how we are going to do this, but I think Ten Hag has done his calculations and said, okay, if we get Mount for about 50 million and we get Rabiot on free, we have sorted the midfield for 50 million. Then we have more money for strikers. We have more money for defenders and goalkeepers. So I think it's just a way to prioritize right. And of course, we would have Harry Kane, we would have Caicedo, we would have all the best players in every position, but it can't be done at the moment unless the Qatari comes in.
Yeah, I'm just sorry to hear that, Jeffy Steele. Thank you for providing my team, West Coast Eagle, in the Aussie rules, lost with the big margin. Listen, I'm going to come back to that as well, because I remember, Jamie Jackson was on the Stretford Paddock was saying that Ten Hag is willing to walk away and spend that money on a midfielder instead. So basically what I'm trying to understand is that you're not going to, you're not going to pay that 100 million for Harry Kane. So instead, what you're going to do is to plug that midfield, right? Spend more money on that. That's why he's walking away from Kane. Spend more money on Caicedo and buy a Højlund, like a cheaper striker option. And we have a certain number 11 that's still nobody wants to talk about. So you know what I mean? So it's going to be very, very interesting. But I definitely think that it is a little bit of a gamemanship. You don't want to sort of give away your cards. So it's a little bit of a gamemanship, smoke and mirrors. It's like you trying to date. I'm just going to tell you a funny story. When I went to uni, I used to...
Before you tell that story, I'm just going to break in and say we have a super chat from Alien Tenno. He said, we are honored by your late presence, Jarvis. So I'm sorry for being late. Thank you for the super chat.
I let you handle I let you handle. Listen, I let you do a task today. So I'll let you handle the chat, the VR room. And for, I just want to go. Let's go. Thank you, Alien Tenno.
Thank you.
Thank you for your contribution, and thank you for being a member as well of Mufc Realist TV. Jarvis, this is not your task to look at the VR, while I'm driving the content. Guys, you in the VR room, you are the content today. So it's Sunday roast, Sunday chill. We're just gonna review what's going on and just have a debate, right? So where were we? We were talking about Caicedo, right?
You were telling a story.
Oh yeah, a smokescreen diversion, right? Yes, of course. When I went to 𝑴𝒂𝒚 University in Perth, West Australia, I used to live in the student housing dorm, right? And it was sort of a corridor. We had, unisex, 3 boys, 3 girls, and we shared bathrooms, right? And used to have this Norwegian guy that, he looked like a grunge. It was very cool. We became mates, right? And every time, when you live in uni, all have these crazy parties, like you see in the movies, those kind of things. And every time I told him, I really like this chick, right? I really like this girl, right? Every time we had a party, he went for her, right? So what a friend is that, So I came up with a strategy to say, this time I'm going to fool him. So I pointed towards the ugliest girl to see. Well, I had an intention to go for that beautiful girl. So what happened? He went for the ugly girl that I pointed at. So that's kind of an analogy what I think is going on. What?
The least attractive.
Oh, yeah. So you could do that. You can fill out, smoke screens within media to say, look, we in for this player. And Todd Bowley knows his strategy is to look what is United doing, what is Arsenal doing. Let's go and buy Mudryk for 90 million. Let's try to hijack the deals. So they cannot buy a Caicedo without offloading players. So the power lies within our hands. So that's why I'm saying, why should we sponsor Todd Bowley to give him the 60 million, 67 plus add-ons for him to say, thank you. Now I can go and buy a Caicedo and say, screw you. You know what? You can stick there in limbo. Wait till you get sell off more players. While you're doing that, we're going to hijack the deal behind your back, right?
That's
Thoughts?
That's a good strategy, just to make Chelsea wait. And who knows? Maybe we could magically just pull some money out of the air and
No, money is there.
Too.
Listen, money has always been there, like, you know, and this is what I'm trying to say to United fan base is, you know, the by default, we United fan base have the panic button, right? As soon as this transfer market opened, by default, we start hitting that panic button. Or we start blaming that we don't have any money. We believe in what the press is saying. We start slagging John Murtaugh and everything else. But, you know, keep calm. Just go back to last year in timeline. Same thing happens every year, right? This is typical, right? Is what I said before, like media was reporting Manchester United only have 100 million in the budget, and then you see 250 was spent, right? So money is there. However, the takeover might add on a little bit extra, because if the takeover takes place, of course, you pay off the debt. That means that FFP gets reduced. You offload a lot of players' wage bills. And speaking about that, today I saw something on United stand, you know, De Gea to stay. The only one reporting
I
it.
saw that.
There was only, what was it? The Mirror was the only one that ran with that article. Now, of course, if you look at, you know, Onana, oh, Nana, what's my name? Oh, Nana, what a save. Oh, Nana. Why would his agent come and speak to Manchester United? I mean, basically, he left Ajax on a free, right? On a free transfer to Inter Milan. Inter Milan is in big financial trouble as well. They need to offload. So, Onana to Manchester United, according to your opinion, how is that on the hotometer, if we speak that?
Onana, what a goalkeeper. I would love him at United, but you know, he's too sensible. He would be perfect for Ten Hag. It's not what we usually do, so I can't imagine that we sign him. But if we do, it will be one of the best signings in my mind. And you know, there's other goalkeepers. We have the Costa, and we have the Brighton goalkeeper, and there's several options.
Tottenham said no to David Raya. What the hell?
Yeah. But the cheapest. But Mark Goldbridge was touching on a vital point. The cheapest thing for us is to keep De Gea
as a number two.
No, as a number one, and just replace him with replace Henderson with a younger, cheaper goalkeeper if Ten Hag is on a string budget. But
what if he buys in Onana and, you know, keeps De Gea as a number two?
Yeah, then it makes no sense keeping De Gea. No.
But why would he talk to Onana then? His agents was in Manchester United talking to them.
Yeah, but that's the problem with our strategy at the moment, because we don't know what we are doing. We are.
They don't know what De Gea wants to do. That's the thing. De Gea seems to be stalling, and it's clear and obvious what's going on there. Like, you know, De Gea is trying to negotiate his salary because they want to offer him 200K a week. Lower down. What is it on? 370?
375, I think.
That's a big drop. That's 175 drop. Why, as a goalkeeper? 40%. Like, if you work for me, Jarvis, as you know, at you know, negotiations FC, right? And I said, Jarvis, you've been a fantastic loyal servant. You know, you've been awarding us, you've been saving us, you know, but now it's time to go. And, you know, in order, if you want to stay, if you're loyal to my business, you know, I need to cut your wages with 175,000 per week. What would you say? Really? Are you that loyal?
No.
Are you that loyal?
No. But you know, De Gea, he can't get those money other ways. So he have to go to Saudi
Arabia.
Money. That's the only thing. And I don't think he need the money, because he's been on that contract for 5 years now, I think, or 4 years. So he's loaded. And his family and his children and their children and the rest of his relatives are well settled for the next 1,000 years. So I think it's okay.
Okay, so the only thing that I logically speaking, if he stays, is that we solidify that spine with 𝒖𝒄 𝑹𝒖𝒂𝒚, right? You have good rotation. You offload Harry Maguire. You still have a backup if Lisha gets injured with Lucas Roberto. We see now. Then we have Malacia. We had Aaron Van Bissaka, keep Lindelof. So you have rotation, right? But that's so important that in that case that we get 𝒖𝒂𝒚 in, because Varane, as we've seen, is kind of injury prone, right? So you have competition. At least you solidify that spine in front of the hair. So you have actually if 𝒖𝒂𝒚 ball playing center back, good at interception. Same with Lisha Martinez, press resistant, and then you pretty much don't need that ball playing, sweeper keeper. And or maybe in the summer send the hair off to Holland to do some sweeper keeping training, improve your skills. I don't know, but
do you think he can be trained? For me, I think it's mental. I think De Gea has the ability to play the ball, but you see Onana, he's under pressure from 2 or 3 players at the same time. He's just
I don't know,
standing
man.
there. He's super calm, and he just look around and play the easy pass.
It can. Your skills and abilities can improve, but this is something that comes from childhood, right? There's a reason why you're a goalkeeper, because you suck playing as a outdoor player, right? So you're good saving the ball, but you're not that good on your feet. But then you have these freaks, this new generation, like from South America. They're playing street football and playing goalkeeper. So yeah, Onana for me, he's an all-round package. David Raya the same, Costa the same. Costa, by the way, is within a couple of years will be a world class number 1 keeper, in my opinion. But if we go on a harder meter, Onana, how much are they willing to offload in? 40 million, 50, something negotiable?
I think they will try for 50, 55. I think we will try for 40.
Barring that he's
in the middle. So
barring that
50.
sorry.
Yeah, no.
Barring that his agent was there, barring that Inter wants to offload and sell, he knows Ten Hag. He went on a free. They get actually profit by selling him for 50, 60. Knowing that you can negotiate, well, hang on, you got him for free. So basically you're making a pure profit of 50 million euros, 60. So you can negotiate that. I want to ask people and you regarding the hodometer. Okay, Jarvis went on his Tesla autopilot. That went 200 kilometers an hour straight to the studio. We want to know the hodometer. Onana to Manchester United, how would you rate him? How would you rate that possibility?
It looks more and more likely. The only thing that can stop this right now is De Gea re-signing a new contract, and then we are off with the goalkeeper chase. I think, but you know what Goldbridge said today? It was the Mirror who was the source, and he was actually claiming the Mirror had reliable sources when it comes to United. I don't know that guy, but
I don't know. If I open my cabinet, I have reliable sauces. Like there's barbecue sauce, there's ketchup, there's mustard. It's mint. It's minion. You know what I mean? It's good for barbecue, right? It's Sunday. You know what I mean?
Didn't say mayo.
Mayo, yes, coleslaw, mayo, all that jazz.
Oh.
Breaking lies. That's it. Jeff Warren's like, calling a spade a spade. Yeah, you have to sort of filter the news. And, I look at Fabrizio Romano, like, how he tweets it. And it makes me laugh. Like, it's a Declan Rice wants Arsenal. Arsenal wants Declan Rice. They're in love with each other. Get a room, for fuck's sake. Gotta check in, man. It's like love story, bromance. 90% yes and 10% no, says people in the house.
Oh, that's high. That's high. Peter says 70%.
Ooh.
I agree with Peter. I think it's higher than 50. Maybe it's 65 to 70% in my calculations. Yeah,
really. I'm just I just don't want to ignore you guys. The VR room, you're so funny. You're like over 300 in the chat room. We're just having a Sunday roast pretty much, and Dan Smith is in the house giving us lots of hearts and roses and thumbs up. Please don't forget to don't forget to burn extra calories. It's Sunday. I know it's been weekend. People have been drinking, eating a lot of unhealthy stuff. you know what I mean? Burn extra calories. It's like pressing that link button, subscribe, and ding, 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 ding. And there's even a join membership button if you want to join. But yeah, big up.
Why
Call a
not?
spade a spade. Why not? Why not? What else is going on here in the VA room? What's interesting? 50-50 says tank. 50-50, he thinks.
There's no sitting on the fence, Tank. You have to choose a side. Come on.
Yeah, Jeff Steele, make throw up. Put another shrimp on the barbie, mate. Big up. Another shrimp on the barbie. Or a snag on the barbie, mate. Yeah, how you going? How's it going? I remember when the first time when I came to West Australia, like, you know, I never forget when I landed. Like, I was so confused. 24 hours flight. And it was like down under. It was pretty much upside down. And I was picked up by a taxi driver, you know, and it's like, where you going? How's it going? It's like I didn't understand his Aussie accent. Like, you know, yeah, what? Yeah. All I kept saying was yes, yeah. It's like, welcome to WA, West Australia. You know what WA stands for? I was like, no, wait a while. That's what we do here. WA. Oh, Andy Tate. It's raining in Manchester. Cats and dogs.
Andy.
Hello, Andy. Hello, Andy. My beautiful Andy. It's raining cats and dogs. Dogged. Hopefully not real cats and dogs, Andy. But I get your point. How you doing, mate? Andy, we're planning a show this weekend, mate. So people love that No Bullshit United. So we're going to continue, hopefully. So Andy, if you're free, Wednesday, I will WhatsApp you and we'll do another crazy show. Really enjoyed having you on, Andy. But if it's raining cats and dogs, let's send you some sunshine. That's it. So, oh yeah. Listen, Jarvis. Like we let's talk about Audi TT. Not that we are sponsored by Audi TT, but when I'm saying Audi TT, Thomas Tuchel.
Yeah.
Tuchel Thomas.
Yeah.
He hates Todd Bowley. He hates Todd Bowley. How is it possible now that? But he's in love with Mason Mount, because Mason, when he played under Thomas Tuchel, they were like a marriage couple. Same with the Frankie Fat Frank. You know, he loves Mason Mount. For some reason, these gaffers see something in Mason Mount that I don't know. I don't see it. But he's apparently now coming in to say, I want you, right? And also, according to, I think it's, what's his name? The German guy, Christian Falk, right? They missed the Bayern, very close. Also saying that Bayern is doing everything to convince and speaking to Harry Kane's family to convince about the Bayern Munich project. So for me, that sounds like Daniel Levy's dream. On the other hand, I'm hearing that his agent, his brother, is saying that Harry Kane will not come back after training.
Mick, have you ever noticed when we speak about Bayern, we always speak about they saying to players, come to our project, because they think like a football club. They have a vision, they have a strategy. There's always, but when it comes to United, it's the other way around. We don't have that. I would love to have a strategy.
Breaking with farts. We will have a show on Wednesday, Andy. You know, No Bullshit United will be back with Andy Tate. Confirmed. Personal terms, not a problem. Not a problem. Yes. It will not be raining cats and dogs. It will be cup of tea or whatever you drink with no BS in the house. Wicked. Yeah. What were we talking about? Hold my beer.
Footballing strategy.
Yes.
They run like a real proper football club. That's not us.
Yes, they are. But look, you know, at the end of the day, why would you sign up for Bayern? Bayern is like a Hoover machine. It's like this, vacuum cleaner robot. They just suck up every player in Bundesliga, every talent, keep them on the bench like a Gravenberch. Like we were fortunate to be borrowing the likes of Sabitzer and stuff like that. So they're just hoovering up every single midfielder that keep them on the bench. They're not getting minutes. So if I'm a player, I would look at it. Why would I sign up for Bayern to sit on the bench? You know what I mean? That plays a big part, right?
Yeah.
Declan Rice to Arsenal, on the other hand, I don't know. That makes sense. But apparently he also said, like, I only want Arsenal. I don't want to go for City. And City's planning to make a bid. So what City's doing right now, I don't understand. They're clearing the decks too. Like Gundogan is going. Everyone is going. Kyle Walker might be going. What's
Yeah,
going
but,
on there?
but they're filling up too. They're signing super talented players. They are apparently signing Guardiol from Germany, 100 million here, and they're signing Kovacic 30 million there. Now they're
Yeah.
probably signing Rice 100 million there, and they're just filling up
Oh,
with talented players.
listen, I gone fishing with everything carpy. Like, look at that fish. What a massive catch, mate. Wow. You know what? That is a big fish, mate. And transfer market is for me like gone fishing, right? You just throw in the bait there. You didn't just wait for something to hook. Same with the takeover, right? Once you get the bait from the Qataris, you know you have something on the hook, right? And just slowly pull it in. Rumors Tuchel said he want Bayern to go for De Jong. Yes, that's true. Because what was it? I won't have that for the true could not be a De Jong. So the thing is, mate, here's what people need to realize that um, Barcelona sold their kids last summer. They did something similar to what Chelsea did. They went all in on credit. They sold the TV rights, barring that they were doing a calculation, a risk calculation that we are going deep into Champions League. What happened? They got knocked out. They got knocked up in Europa League. You know what? They need to offload a lot of players. They're in deep shit. Gundogan went for free, didn't he? Yeah.
Yeah.
So they're doing pretty much what we did in January, getting players for free, right? But rest assured that they're most likely trying to force FDG out again. And I wouldn't surprise if you see something in the summer coming up right now, because the window is about to open in about 6 days, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, we have a super chat.
Yeah.
We have a super chat. We have a super chat. Angie. We're not worth it, Angie. Thank you much for your donation. 20 pounds from one of our members. Hi, Mick and Jarvis. You missed my question earlier. Oh, I'm sorry. Once the announcement goes out about the new owners, what do you think realistically chances of Sheikh Yassim is going to get some cash to Erik ten Hag towards the transfer? Angie, first and foremost, this chat is moving with ultra speed, right? It is Turbo CC. There's so many people all over you trying. And thank you for your donation. Jarvis, what do you think? We do apologize if we miss people's question, because you're the most important here, right? People in the room. I mean, what do you think? According to what Angie's saying, once the announcement goes out about the new owners, what do you think the realistic chance of Sheikh Yassim is to get some cash to Erik ten Hag towards the transfers?
It has to do with timing. I think it depends when he comes in. If he comes in the last day, I think there's not much we can do. But of course, if it comes in the next couple of weeks, we still have a lot of time to wheel and deal and hustle a little bit in the transfer market. And I think he will have money ready. I think they are prepared. They have deals with the banks and
Yep.
I think at the moment the signing is on the paper. We are starting to buy players at a higher level, and
Okay.
Yeah.
There's let me answer you, Angie, as well, according to my logic and reasoning. And first and foremost, football operations doesn't stop because you have a takeover. So all the planning's been done, all the recruitment strategies laid out there. They're speaking to agents, they're speaking to clubs. It's just been sealed, like nothing's coming out, right? It's kind of the strategy from Ten Hag to say that we don't want people to find out what we're doing, right? Operating with stealth, similar to what Liverpool is doing. All of a sudden, boom, you hear something, right? Liverpool operates that way. You don't hear what Liverpool is doing. All of a sudden, within 2-3 days, boom, signed, sealed, delivered, right? On the other hand, as alluded before, budget's been already allocated. We need to also offload a lot of players. But as soon as this might be already agreed, even if it was Ratcliffe or Sheikh Yassim 92 Holdings Foundation, they have a certain money already allocated for this transfer window if they're ready to shop and go, right?
Yeah.
And there might be a marquee signing, but there might be a little bit added on extra to the potty that we already have. We did calculation roughly that we might have a bank overdraft about 200 from last year as well. We sell players, we might generate about 150. That's 350. So realistically speaking, I think we will spend around 350 this year. I think with the new owners, but that's just speculation. So yeah, I mean, I think that that's just a cash injection at the end of the day, that you clear the debt first, right? You lower
Yeah,
down the FFP.
but Mick, I have a question regarding this subject. What about the FFP? Can we buy players? Are we allowed to buy players?
Yes,
Will
you
it
are.
affect us?
FFP has been proven by Todd Bowley, etc., that you can bypass certain things. I mean, you can buy players on a 5-year contract installment, and you can split up. Let's say if you buy somebody for what, £100 million, you split up that installments 5 times 20 per year. So you're paying 20 million a year, right? In outgoing to the club that you bought into. So that's operational spending. Plus you add on the wage bill. So wage bills also, determines in terms of how you're operating within your budgets, right? So salary budgets, needs to also come down, and that's one of the reasons why you probably see that Ten Hag and everyone is pressuring De Gea to take 200, because obviously they've done some budgeting calculation, balance scorecard sheet. So okay, if De Gea stays on 200, that means we have freed up 175 a week. That means that we can bring these players and we can still be on level par. There's a lot of things that it's as a consumer of the game, it's so tricky, like, and there's a lot of fluid component that's moving on. So yeah, good super chat, Angie. Thank you so much. What else do we have here? What else? Oh god, we got thrown sidetracked. It's fun when the VR room is interacting. Did we miss anything? 8-year contracts. Yes, that's Todd Bowley, but that's been stopped, right? Todd Bowley was the one that kind of did it, find the loophole, and Premier League caught up to it and said, nah, you're not going to do that anymore. But now we see also that he found a loophole by, offloading a lot of players to Saudi Arabia. That's kind of, I think Saudi Arabia is going to be like a vacuum humor for a Deadwoods, taking all the Deadwoods players, and that's going to be great. But on the other hand, loaning back to Newcastle and stuff like that. FFP doesn't exist. It's bollocks. Look how much Chelsea spent. True, we covered that as well. Peter, Sheikh Jassim will have already had his people to look into FFP. Correct. Shabazz, Shazad Shabazz, all this finance people, legal advisors like...
Shabazz, who was he again? He's the chairman of the bank?
Yeah, and I mean, dude, this guy has over 20 years of experience, worked with Bank of America CEO, like in Emirates MBD and all that stuff. This is guy that knows banking and finance, and plus you're surrounded by legal advisors that knows the loopholes of the law, of course. But we want to do it responsibility, like responsible, like I'm going to give big up to Newcastle, by the way. Even if they got Saudi Arabia owners, they didn't go on a mental spree, right? They didn't go like a Todd Bowley, straight in, boom, 400 million. I'm going to prove the world that I'm a good CEO, right? So they've been going like responsibility, like on an incremental model. So a Newcastle this season, I mean, Tonali, they're getting in Tonali, they're slowly building. They're going to be a force. But at the end of the day, like, this is the first time they are into Champions League for a very long time. So it's going to be interesting where they will be finishing. But if they're going to be in top 4, top 5, we see Champions League on the plate as well, and all the cups. But that's important that we are absolutely strengthening.
Speaking of Newcastle, how do you think Eddie Howe will do this season? Because the expectation is rising, and they are in the Champions League. They will probably sign bigger players. Do you think his project is still on, and will he continue as manager next season, or will he get sacked?
I don't have any problems to speak about Newcastle, because I never see Newcastle as a rival. I see it's a fantastic, it's so great for them that they've been in a misery. What was his name? Mike Ashton was his owner. No, what was his owner? Mike Ashton.
Yeah,
right?
Mike Ashley.
Ashley, yeah. They've been in the pride, and so basically, I'm so happy for the Geordies to actually getting back into the ways again. So how they will finish, I mean, Eddie Howe is a great coach, no questions about it, right?
Yes,
they're recruiting smart. The players, I mean, Bruno Guimaraes, you add on a Tonali in there. You have likes of, the Swedish striker, Alexander Isak, first year. right? You slowly keep adding on some key players, and you will see that midfield, by the way, will be terrible good.
I have no doubt about Eddie Howe is a great manager, but the thing is, when you get bigger players with bigger egos and bigger salaries, there's something else. You see how Carlo Ancelotti is as a coach in Real Madrid. He's probably not coaching anyone. He's just going around being jolly and giving people high five, and it's about confidence and feeling and attitude. It's something else when you have the biggest stars.
I don't know much about Newcastle, but our friend from Newcastle TV, John Sinclair, that we have on the panel sometimes, knows a lot about Newcastle. I'm going to ask him. Newcastle's stability is in financial probs. I don't know. Maybe they are. Brian Foskett is in the house. First time I see you as well. Welcome, welcome, welcome. People only talk about FFP when it's United. That's so true. And listen, here's the thing, right? I have a problem with this. Nobody talks about FFP. Nobody talks about anything. It's when United all of a sudden is in the top four. We got the best upcoming manager that you can possibly dream of, a mini Sir Alex Ferguson, right? We're going places. We're investing in people. We're getting new ownership. And all of a sudden, everyone has a problem, including rival clubs, including Arsenal, including everyone's trying to block this to happen, right? Especially Arsenal as well, right? So why are they doing it? Because a well-oiled machine, a well-structured Manchester United all of a sudden has cash injection, has the right manager, right people with the right sporting vision and project. That's just waking up the sleeping lion, babe. And the sleeping lion will go for the hunt. That's what they do. We are all of a sudden becoming the hunter, and they don't want to be the hunted. That's logical for my understanding. I don't know what your thought is about that.
Yeah. I agree. We're a sleeping giant at the moment, and when we wake up, the other teams won't have a chance because United, we have the biggest fan base, and when the Qataris, if the Qataris comes in, we will have the biggest stadium. I seen pictures, I seen drawings about it. It's like a dome, 120,000 seaters. Wow.
That's Sajif saying rival clubs are scared, and Alien Tainer is saying Man United hated, adore, never ignored. That's so good. Alain in the house saying, what is FFP? Just look at Manchiti. Cheaty, and the 150 charges that will come to nothing. Yeah, man. Why is that getting ignored? People, why is that getting ignored? Why are everyone praising, waxing lyrical? So somebody just won treble and only had 20,000 people rocking up to, celebrate in the parade. When Manchester United won the treble, we had 500,000 people rocking up. And now you're talking about sports washing. The one that invented sports washing is City, according to my opinion. So if you have 20,000 people rocking up for parade and you cannot feel empty-head, no. It's clear and obvious. Like, you have to inflate your sponsorship. You're sponsoring yourself. It's like you, Jarvis, you own a tire shop, right? And you have to sponsor yourself, like, Jarvis Tires, sponsored by Jarvis Tires. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, it's the way it is. I read that City had in 2012 they had a 400 million pounds sponsor deal, and Arsenal at the moment had a 95 million sponsor deal.
Yeah, Carpi is also mentioned. Carpi is saying here, I love this. Jesus, how much is that fish weighing? By the way, it must be a record. City fans are plastic. I bet 99% of them never heard of supported City before 2008. That's my theory. Some of them are, Arsenal rejects, Chelsea rejects. You never. It is religion, mate. It is religion. Once you support a club, you don't switch religion. That's it, right? That's it.
I agree.
Peter says everyone's scared because they've seen what Newcastle and City, which can be honest, were in the mid-table clubs. Yes, when they was bought over, they were in mid-tables. When City was bought over, they were hovering around 16, 17 back in 2017. Newcastle, when they were bought up, they were like also hovering around relegation, same spot. And they had no problems because they were not a sort of existential threat. But a Manchester United that is in top four, getting takeover by Sheikh Yassim, 92 holding, all of a sudden that is a threat.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah, so
yes.
basically, Carpi is saying, what, 52 LB? Oh, well, it's only a small one, but it looks big one. You know, we need to catch those big fish any day. We need to go fishing. What else are we missing out from all of you? Big up for all of you. Smash that like. Don't forget, we are about 300 people in the chat. Please do not forget, it's free of charge. If you're suffering from hangover, it's just good for you because you're exercising more calories. Qatari 100%, 1000%. Oh, I thought I was dyslexic to see 1,000,000%. 100%. So, another thing, what everyone is wondering: the silence of the lamb, like that movie. Woo! What happened? The kids.
Give me 1 second.
Yes. Well, Jarvis is sorting out his kids. Everyone has it. I have a cat as well. That is my terrorist when I'm doing live streaming. He jumps up on my window, started meowing, and I love kids. I love animals. You know, Guy. Yes. What about all the price is insane. I heard something about that 100 million. Wow, that is insane. This is where's football going? Somebody was mentioning earlier that my theory is that Tenno was saying my theory is that will be a restocked Champions League part held in the Middle East. Money talks. It might be so. Is this something that we don't know? I mean, Saudi's coming into the fray, buying up all these players. Why would you go to play in Saudi Arabia? Would it be that, you know, FIFA or UEFA makes some deal with Saudi Arabia to say, we welcome Al Hilal and all these clubs to compete in Champions League? Maybe they will be hosting some Premier League games also in the Middle East. We don't know, but money talks. Money talks. Super League is dead, thank God. Green and gold, we are sold, hopefully. And Nikos from Greece, I would say Qatar owns Harrods, hotels like Claridge, stakes at Barclays Bank, stakes at Sainsbury. People are having a problem if they own Manchester. Hypocrisy at its finest, 100%. But let's talk about media, because right now Angela Darren is in the house. Never seen you before, but welcome to Mufc Realist TV, Angela. Big up to all of you. Hope you have a good Sunday. Why does the Glazers enjoy frustrating the fans? Exactly what I want to talk about, Angela. Angela Darren, you know what I think? You know, if you saw Steve Howson having his rant, Manchester United owners don't give a rat's ass about the club at all, right? They would do anything in the power just to sabotage things. And it's like similar when you have new tenants moving out from your house that, nasty tenants and didn't pay your rent, right? You as a landlord, whatever they would do, they would just stink up the place, trash the place before they leave. And this is what I think the Glazers have been trying to do, right? They don't care about the transfer market as the future of the club. If they're selling up, they're selling up. Why would we care, right? Well, I would just go like, yeah, whatever. I will delay this as long as I can, whatever. Yeah, this is my payback to all of you that shouted out bad names about my family, that stuff, because that was kind of vocal, the protest the last past 6, 7, 8 months, right? They've been exposed, in Davos Club, even in Davos Club and the World Economic Forums, where they go and sit and wine and dine with the other billionaires. Everyone is looking at them. You're poor billionaires, mate. Look, you've been exposed. You went on the market basically because you ran out of the finance to the ground with Buccaneers and Manchester United. You went out to say, oh, we're looking for strategic investors. Therefore, we're going to appoint like, the Rain Group, the masters are doing that. We're going to apply something called shadow bidding, which is billionaire Squid Games. And that's it. And they will walk away at the end of the day with mega profits because these kids inherited it from Malcolm 2015. So they basically haven't spent one single penny, right? They'll walk away fat and happy. And do they care about the club? No, they care about the Benjamins in the bank account. Tax-free, Cayman Island, by the way. So I think that, in terms of moving that fast, in terms of delisting Manchester United PLC from the stock exchange will take you about 3 months to do, right? Because barring if you're buying 100% of Manchester United, you're going to turn that from my delisted from my New York Stock Exchange to actually being a club, private holding club, not a business. And this has been the problem because one of the master strokes was actually to get more money for the Glazers was actually to list it on New York Stock Exchange 2015. And this is how they managed to collect dividends and dividends and dividends. And that's over. So financial reports came out for I think it was 22nd. So now they're going to have a board meeting, a final board meeting, I hope, and there will be a reveal of the kit launch. So I have a conspiracy theory, Jarvis. Okay.
Fill me in.
Do we like conspiracy theories? Are we we like to have fantasy giddiness? Guys, what do you think? We have a super chat first and foremost. Alien Tenno, 18 years with wilderness in return would be a legendary. It will be a seismic moment. What Ornstein was saying. It will break the internet. Alien, it's like an alien landed on planet Earth. Alien Tenno, to be honest. What had I had a theory. What was I saying? Okay, conspiracy. Okay, let's play fantasy. It's Sunday. We're allowed to, right? Sunday roast is waiting. Jarl is having his pepperoni pizza. So why can we not have a Sunday rant? Okay, what if, there's a kit launch this week, right? They're going to reveal the kit. We know that TeamViewer was looking to get out, right? What if they're going to reveal the kit, turn around, and you will see 92 on the back with Qatar Airways sponsorship?
Ooh, that will break the internet in two.
Okay, this was just a conspiracy. What if this happened? Clip this. Oh, people are having banana dessert. Banana split. Yeah, peace, love, and banana to you. You finished your pizza.
Banana split.
RJ is saying, like, yeah, that will definitely break into. But what do you guys think? Imagine. I mean, we don't know nothing right now. When it's going to be announced? Sajif is laughing. Oh, yes, right? We made up the song Unana, What's My Name? But what if, 92 would be a number with Sheikh Yassim on it, right? 92 holdings, right? And they will go like, flip it around and says 92. Surprise. So hang on. Alien Tenno saying TeamViewer will be one more season. Yes, but what if Qataris made some deal to buy out the TeamViewer contract because they needed money? They say, listen, Habibi, you know what? We'll take your money here and we'll put Qatar Airways. Fly Qatar, right? Tank is saying in 4 days' time the Glazers will be off. 18 years, in 4 days' time. Maybe that will be the historical moment that will kick them out. Perhaps. I swear Twitter would break down. Yes, not only Twitter. Jamie, I will be there with the camera. Angel Darren is saying, I really love Victor Osman, and I believe he will be one early. Oh, yeah, but 150. Maybe who'll sign Victor Osman this season?
Real Madrid.
No, Real Madrid is going for Mbappe. It came out that Mbappe wants 250. I mean, they want 250 from Mbappe. That's a lot of money. A super chat from Alien Tenno, 24-25 away kit will be green and gold. Believe. Oh yeah, that would be great with Qatar Airways. Better to Qatar Airways than Fly Emirates. Fly better. We saw penalties like sponsored by Fly Emirates, Fly better, flow all over like the Sainsbury car park. That's the thing. Yes, big point. Who said that? Alan was saying Foundation 92 already sponsors Salford City.
Oh, really?
Oh, really?
Cool.
Chris, yes, Manchester United fans are the best away from home, but Newcastle are best fans seen at Old Trafford. Yeah. God, I'm just catching up. Liverpool. Oh, well.
Who? Osman?
Yeah, probably.
Or
I'm trying to catch up, everyone.
Yeah, okay.
People are talking with each other within the VRM. Anyway, I love a Victor Osimhen, but maybe not this season. Maybe, I don't know. For me, I'm excited. Am I allowed to get excited about the transfer window? I'm looking at from a realistically holistic perspective. I put myself in the player situation, in the agent situation, the club situation, and I try sort of look at it from all angles, right? And then how media and agents are benefiting from filling out stories that to inflate the prices and generate competitive interest. So Lucky Singh is saying everyone wants Caicedo. Yes, I want Caicedo. I really think that we have a chance for Caicedo, right? And that's what I was saying. Like, let Chelsea try to sell all, clear the deck with all the deadwood players, because they need to sell them. And while they're doing so, let's sneak from behind the kitchen door and just slap an offer, right?
Yeah, Mick, if we sign Caicedo, I will be very, very surprised because I don't think we are in for him because of the money.
I don't believe
think it's
in
about-
word.
it's
Sorry.
about- Yeah,
I don't believe a word what this Mr. Transfer Tapping is saying. The Caicedo only wants Chelsea only want Caicedo. Rice only wants Arsenal wants. Get a room. Money talks, right? If Manchester United is the biggest club in the world, Manchester United is playing in Premier League this season. Chelsea is not playing in the Premier League season. You're telling me that Caicedo wants to buy into this project with Pochettino, right? You're telling me that Caicedo wants to play in Champions League? You're telling me that? No. I think if Manchester United comes in and negotiate to put the money on the table, here's 70 million plus 10 million add-ons for Caicedo, off you go. You're playing Champions League, boy. You'll play for one of the best managers, track coach managers in the world. He will develop your game. Proof is in the pudding. Mauricio Pochettino, what have you won? I'm sorry. Right? Pipe dream.
Did you see the quote from? I think it was Valencia who had a quote about he had talked to Caicedo and Caicedo, 2021. Caicedo said United. I would love to go to United and
yes,
something. I'm paraphrasing and do as my hero Valencia did.
Yeah, everything Carpi is mentioning something that needs to come out in the closet, and there's I want Greenwood to stay and be a backup striker. People are saying Greenwood is not innocent. This is a discussion that needs to be cleared. Just put it to bed, right? If he's being cleared innocent, right, by the court of law, Manchester United still has him under review. I have no opinions about staying or going. I look at club first, but this needs to be resolved, right? There needs to be a club statement. There needs to be an interview coming out from Mason and his girlfriend, whatever was going on, because right now everything is being swept under the carpet, creating that big divide within the fan base. I don't know. Apparently Rabiot is also saying he's going to stay, or is a paper talk, right?
Yeah, I read that rumor. It's about he was considering signing a new deal with Juventus. And
all right,
I don't like it because we need Rabiot on the free because we need a Casemiro backup, and if we don't have a Casemiro backup for free, we have to spend money on that player too, because we need a Casemiro backup. We know Casemiro can't play 60 games this season. He needs a rest, and whenever we lack the DM, we are in big trouble. So it's very important that Rabiot comes to us for free.
Angie, don't worry. We see you. We hear you. We still, even if your phone died, Amazon Fire Kindle, we see you. So big up to you all the way. Angela Darren also saying that I do watch Victor at Napoli. Very certain he will guarantee his money in the Premier League. Yes, he's a fox in the box. He offers different, different attributes. He's a very good athlete, good in the air. I love him. If we don't get Harry Kane, then Victor should be our next target because he's just 24 years of age. True that. We will see who will land Victor Osimhen for that 150 million, because I don't think Napoli is willing to sell it. They don't need to sell him, right?
I don't think so, but it's up to the player. If he wants to go. And Napoli, they lost their head coach. They are losing Kim. Players are leaving. So why do Osimhen want to stay? He has a high trajectory and he's going places. So he probably want to go to a bigger club.
Yeah. Shinky N1 saying his girlfriend is forgiving him. They are expecting a baby. That stuff a thing. Yes, true. I mean, that's why I've been saying in the past podcasts, the only one that can judge you is God at the end of the day when you meet your maker. Like, who are we to cast the first stone, right? Without any factual evidence. It's crazy world that we're living in right now. When media is kind of spinning things left, right, center, and you believing headlines without knowing the context of everything. So I don't know if the evidence been tampered with. I don't know if it's been hacked, whatever. We don't know that. So we just need, as I said, be sensible. It is very sensible topic. 100%. Yeah. I agree. But he's I'm looking from a club's perspective, from HR perspective, human resources. He is an employee of Manchester United under contract. So I think Ten Hag has a plan what to do with him. I think we see. Because if you look at it, he needs firepower. You know, Marcus Rashford alone cannot carry the team on top with 30 goals. Apparently, also Anthony dos Santos is facing some crazy shit over in Brazil with some ex-girlfriend crazy stuff, making allegations against him. They broke up 1 year ago. He made it big money move to United, and all of a sudden they started pointing fingers. Right? We've seen this happening before, right? So it's mad. It's mad what's going on. Like, you know, Edward Reed is saying, like, you know, Victor Osimhen is my first choice over Kane. I would say that Rasmus Højlund is my first option together with another striker. Right.
Yeah. You know,
but let's
gamble. You know, he's not a finished project, so I'm not sure about Højlund. I would love Højlund, but I would love him and another striker because.
But let's say let's just play the thought, right? Devil's advocate, right? What if Ten Hag has a plan to retain number 11 and bring in Højlund, have two young strikers rotating?
Yeah.
Nobody thought of it. It's free. Mason is free, doesn't cost any money. So you're only spending money on Højlund, which you probably can get for 50, right? Or you do a swap deals to say, hey, we'll get you Amad Diallo back to Atlanta for a year or two, right? That will fill up the gap, and we get to buy Højlund, right? Think, people, think. Suleiman is saying, so Suleiman Mohammed, Kif Halak, the best news will be Glaze is gone and Qatar's in. That's the best transfer news we can get. The best transfer target we can get. Habibi. Yeah. I agree. I'm sick and tired of the intensity the Glazers are playing. Yeah, I agree. That is the biggest transfer market signing that we can get. The outs, at least. Glazers outs.
So Jeff Steele, it's almost, I'm just going back to Jeff Steele here, almost 1:40 a.m. here. I need sleep. Thanks, Mick and Jarvis, you rock. So thank you, Jeff Steele. You're a legend, you're a hero, staying up, watching us. I appreciate it, Mick appreciate it, channel appreciate it. But people, we have only 80 likes, and there's 200.
Jeff Steele, this is for you, mate. Good night. You rock. Australia rock. Whatever you are in the world, good night to you. Okay, here comes the guitar solo. Big up to you, Jeff Steele. Gotta do it.
And as I was saying, we are 80 likes and there's 250 people watching. We can do better. Come on, people.
Come on, get it up to 100 likes. Come on. Yeah. We're slaving here. We're slaving in the kitchen. It's Sunday. We're making a roast. What else is going on here in the comments in the VAR room? Give us a red card. Give us a yellow card. Give us a scissor tackle. Whatever. Right? People are having debates. Always good and positive. Who we should sign, and always sparkling, like, you know, debates when it comes to Mason. So that's why I'm saying I don't shy away or talking about it because it's Realist TV. We're calling a spade a spade. You know, why should we not talk about certain things? Facts are facts, right? Even Evelyn in the Sky, like, you know, I in the Sky. I read Evelyn in the Sky. God, I'm so dyslexic.
Who's
Sorry. Evelyn. Eileen. I in the Sky. Jamie Wayne, I get sick of hearing about this, but selling generation talent for nothing. We are in the short of a striker. Bizarre just became, we don't want to hear about it. Yeah, we don't sell generational talent. I mean, if you remember Mason as a player, 2-footed, even Ole Gunnar Solskjaer was saying this is the best finisher you ever seen. A lot of people were saying so. As I'm saying, like, you know, what happened. He's been cleared innocent. Now it's down to the club to tell us, the fans, what's going on. What's your plan? What you're going to do? So we can move on. That's it.
Yeah. I have a question here from Tank D. Sherman. Jarvis, Garnacho, our new number 7. Thoughts?
Oh, don't give it the credit.
For me, I think it's a little bit too early. I think it comes a lot of responsibility with that 7 shirt. Maybe Garnacho has the personality to wear the number 7, but I think it's a little bit too early. And I want to keep the number 7 free in case we sign a big star if the Qataris comes in.
Oh, Mbappe number 7,
for example.
Caicedo number 7.
Yeah.
Frankie de Jong. Frankie de Jong doesn't want to have number 7. He want wear his traditional. What is he? 21? Is he? No. What is Frankie de Jong? I don't know.
24.
24.
Yeah.
Caicedo is a Manchester United fan, according to Neil Driscoll.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Anyway, we need to sell the fridge. We need to, the Samsung, the false number 5. We need to sell a lot of players because what I've been told as well, and this is on face value as well, directly, that the first priority right now, and they're working really hard to offload a lot of dead woods, like, academy players. That's why you're seeing Exodus, right? Because that does play a big part in decreasing the wage bill in terms of FFP and stuff. But if Qatar comes in with a plan, I'm sure they have a signature gift to give you, right?
Yeah.
There will be like,
they have
they have to, like, they come, Habibi, we're the new owners. Listen, here's a gift. Welcome. Here's Mbappe.
Here's Neymar. Here's
250 million. Here you go. Now that's just conspiracy theories, man. Maguire is, people say Maguire is the worst number 5 and captain ever to wear a United jersey. Jay Daly in the house. Yeah, I agree with you, Jay. Jay, I see you on Wednesday. No Bullshit United with Andy Tate. You confirmed that, right? Yeah, we've been talking about that a lot, Jay Daly. I've been saying, Jay, if we're playing with false number 9s and stuff, that system. So I would just say that Maguire is a false number 5, but it doesn't suit Ten Hag's system. Why don't we offer Harry Maguire to Italy, which is a little bit of a slower league, or maybe ship him off to Saudi Arabia, right? Also slowly. You will make big money there. Big money, But I'm not allowed to speak to his crazy agent might call me, right? People smash like, where are we in the like, right? We are slaving in the kitchen here, right?
At the moment, we are I think we are on 100 likes.
Oh, we are 100 likes.
Exactly, 100.
Oh, we can close the shop here.
No.
We achieved a goal here, right? 100 likes. So, okay. Sajif, you say, Mick, bring KG on next time. He used to be on Goldberg's channel. KG who? KG the comedian?
Kevin
But
and the
he's
van.
on. What?
Is it Kevin Van Cam?
No, that's Kevin Ashton. Yeah, I mean, Kevin, I can message him on LinkedIn. I mean, Jay can speak to him as well. But KG is the comedian, I guess, he's on United View. Nah, they're doing their thing. Guys, let's make it to 200. Now, I mean, guys, it's been fantastic. KJ is on United View there, and also on Ted Lasso. Yeah, let's make it 103, Brian. I think we achieved a target. I think that we are going places. I'm looking forward for tomorrow's. I think what we're going to do tomorrow is going to do Jarvis Corner tomorrow.
Yeah, tomorrow is Jarvis Corner. We will speak about the latest news. I will have some extra topics. I haven't figured them out yet, but it will come.
It's good to be back. It's good to be back.
Wally will be on as a special guest.
Stu Wally, yeah. Cool. Yeah. So
good.
Big up. It's good to be back. I miss streaming. I miss the community. You guys are my therapy. So big for all of you that's been interacting in the VR room. We had about three days break, didn't we? Not streaming anything unusual. I was messaging Jarvis. I'm getting a little bit, but it's good to take a break for recharging batteries, spend time with family and stuff like that. And we just thought to give you a United Weekly update and review, just reviewing on everything, because the way I used to grow up as a kid, I didn't have internet back in days. Sunday papers was the first thing that I sort of woke up, ran to the store, got the paper and read everything about United and the football, what's going on in the football world. Unfortunately, we live in this day, like, when everyone is checking the phones constantly, every minute, every hour, creating that anxiety. What's going on with the takeovers? What's going on with the news? What's going? Give me. I'm getting swamped with DMs and WhatsApp messages. What do you think? I'm not a matrix, mate. I don't know everything. I don't control the weather. So basically, we're here as a community to share the latest. to have a little bit of laugh and create like a little bit of creating positivity to football again. You know, as what we say, peace, love, and banana. What John Ball is saying, right?
Yeah.
Well, we say peace, love, go bananas.
Go bananas. Yes, I love that.
Go bananas, go bananas. So I think Jay Daly is coming back with double BJ. If you know what I mean. Jay, don't you called me out there, mate. If you seen my tweet, right? I'm sorry. I could not help myself over the weekend because Goldbridge did a thumbnail to say double blow. And I just took down the tweet and I said put job underneath. YouTube algorithm. You called me out, Jay. Come on. And Jay was texting me brilliant. He laughed his pants off, right? So it became double BJ. Anyway. Jay, I hope to see you on Wednesday for No Bullshit United together with Andy Tate as well. We'll continue that. So mate.
Yeah, the program for next week, roughly speaking, we have Jarvis Corner tomorrow. We have Andy Tate and Jay Daly on Wednesday.
No Bullshit United.
Friday, we will do a Friday chill. Just relax with no suit and
personal terms, not a problem. Absolutely, all confirmed. Wednesday, we're doing No Bullshit United. Andy Tate and Jay Daly back in the house.
Yeah, rocking. Yeah. And Friday we will just have a chill show with interactive with the chat and have a lot of laughs. We can talk about politics and football,
community call-ins, and obviously, as the week progresses, there's going to be a lot of news coming out there regarding the transfers, what's going on with the. Hopefully, we get some announcement of formal clarity with the takeover stuff like that. Inshallah, whatever you call it, Bismillah, you know.
Yeah, and if you guys wanna hang out with the other guys in the chat, you can all meet up on the Telegram.
Yeah, on Telegram, yeah, and we will sing. Oh, what a feeling! We're dancing on the ceiling. Remember that song? If that happens, we will have a big Habibi party, and the biggest party will break the internet if things will happen. But until now, it's been. Yeah, Edward Reed. I didn't say it's Qatar is imminent. Depends on what did you read. No, you got to watch the podcast using your logic and reasoning. You know what's been out there. It's out there now. You know what? Hopefully, Edward Reed. You got to watch the content. And all I'm saying is, I'm presenting you with two sides of the story, and how you interact is up to you to decide. If the deal has been imminent, the announcement means imminent. What does that mean to you, sir? You know, if everything is pretty much done deal and agreed, all its rest is to sort of present it. And that is kind of an imminent thing, right? If everyone knows that a transfer has been completed and the club is not releasing the information, everyone knows it's imminent. I mean, about to happen. That is imminent, a word, if you look it up in the dictionary. So all I'm sort of advising is to have a little bit of patience. Like, I'm a fan too. Everyone is a fan. Everyone is anxious. So if we waited 18 years for the Glazers to get the F out, at least we can wait a few more days. You know, media is quiet. Nothing's coming out. It's the silence of the lamb, is what we say, that movie. Why is that not coming out? So, right, no news feeds. That means that something is brewing out there. You know, at the end of the day, there's certain information I can tell and I cannot say as well. So I'm just saying. So it's better that we never create those clickbait shit, because that's not what we are about, sir. You know, you come here for real, to be real. We're allowing you to be you, to have real opinions, real passion, but not ever do I want to create clickbait thumbnails or news, right? No, we're not a united stand. I hope that makes sense, people. And I'm sorry if I went on a rant. I just need to wrap this up with a positive, to explain also that, you know, whatever you interpret, it's up to you, right? Whatever headlines you read and information you read, it's up to you how you interpret it, right? At the end of the day, we're just providing with alternatives, facts, logic, and reasoning, educational purposes. Cool. So finishing off a note, He said, "Well done, respect." I'm so namaste. I'm glad we can solve our things out. Jeff Steele, mate, you haven't gone to sleep yet. Go sleep, mate.
Sleep.
Listen, with having said that, whatever Jeff Ball is, he's not in the house. But what do we say?
Peace, love, and bananas.
Yeah,
Go
and-
bananas.
right? Peace, love, and bananas. Like, you know, thank you guys for tuning in. It's been amazing. It's been over 300 of you in the mad chat line today on a Sunday. Let's go make a Sunday roast. Let's enjoy the rest of the Sunday wherever you are in the world. This has been Mick Ruby and Jarvis Cocker having us say, and it's time for us to give back your day. Please don't forget to like and subscribe, share, join the membership, join the Telegram community as well if you want to continue talking to the Positive Realist TV members. It's that right there in the channel. If you see join, you see the banner up there, you see social media, you will see Telegram. Click on it and it will take you directly into the Telegram. Thank you for watching. We will give you back today and I will enjoy my Sunday roast. What about you, Jarvis?
Yeah, I'm just going to hang out with my kids and have fun the rest of the day.
That's the best. Guys, have fun rest of your day, evening. Thank you for watching and I see you tomorrow in Jarvis's Cocker's Corner. Thank you. Bye. Have a good Sunday.
Peace.
Cheers. Bye. Thank you so much for stopping by and watching MUFC Realist TV. Don't forget to like and subscribe and follow us on the socials.